Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and on my lap, I actually have a rodent. A rodent. Oh my god, it's a rodent. Oh, wait, that's not a bad thing. It's a happy and friendly rodent. This is Gojira, and she is an absolute sweetheart, and I love little hamster tails. I like to tug on hamster tails. They're just so cute. They're little nubs. She is a cutie, an absolute sweetheart, so I'm going to put her back in her cage so that she can relax and go to sleep. She wasn't sleeping, she was just curled up in a ball and eating, so I'm going to let her go back to eating because she is a sweetheart, an absolute sweetie. Here we go, little one. Nice and quick so that your feet just aren't dangling. There we go. Hamsters are just so awesome, and it's so hard to get myself centered now. I accidentally bonked my monitor, so now I have to figure out where the center is and try and remove the monitor and all. Yay. I came into my room this morning, my office here, and I keep the window open. Which of course makes it foolish to try and keep the place warm, but it's summer, so I keep the space heater on with the window open at night because it still needs ventilation. But I also can't freeze the hamsters. But last night, hokey smokes, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was having anxiety. It was so warm, I couldn't sleep. I was just hot. It was terrible. So finally I got back to sleep. And so right in the middle of my sleep, I woke up just horrible, uncomfortable, and then back to sleep for a while. But, as I was saying, I keep the window open. So when I came in here this morning, oh boy, you can tell the world is still waking up, spring/summer, because there was a big old beetle. It was a big green beetle, like a kind I hadn't seen in a time, with long antennas that curve back, and it was sitting on my monitor. So I picked that up and I took it outside. And whenever I've picked stuff up, there have just been little spiders everywhere, baby spiders. Now, baby spiders are different from regular spiders because they're like babies. And baby spiders to me are actually kind of cute. Even though they are still horrific and nightmarish, they are still cute because they're so small. I mean, spiders are awesome and terrible in their alien beauty. And I am arachnophobic, but I am so sorry. I moved a jar that I have down there, and on the side of the jar was a little spider, and so I just let it go because it was a little spider. That's fine. And so that was the first one. And then the desk thing that I have isn't really a desk, but right on the edge, the lip of the top of the tabletop of it, I am so sorry. Good Lord. But there was a spider. And so I got a thingy, I can't even remember what it was, but I picked up off the edge and dangled it over into the hamster cage. So it's up to fate now. You know, if it crawls out and escapes, then that's fine. If the hamster decides it wants to eat a spider, then that's fine too. I mean, they may be best of friends. I had one hamster, lived in this one cage, where she had like tumors, and so it wasn't really good. She couldn't be too mobile. That's the word. She wasn't too mobile. But up in the corner of her cage, she had a little spider that grew up there, and they lived well together. So I just let it stay and in the time that she was there. And so it worked. Whenever I cleaned the cage, I was just careful to leave the spider, because it was up in the top part of it, underneath one of the purple platforms that I had given her. So it worked out well. I am so irate at my throat. It is just terrible this morning. My sincere apologies. One thing I had done before, which I need to start doing again, was before I would start recording, is I would spend like 5-10 minutes just reading something out loud. And that tended to clear my throat. And then for whatever reason I stopped doing that. And now I really need to start doing it again because my throat's clogging up. I think it's because of primarily the junk outside. But also remember, I am a cannabis user, whether it is actually burning the... Oh, what is that part of the plant? It's not the nugget. It's the bud. Thank you. The bud of the plant, where you just plain inhale the smoke of burning plants into your lungs, or whether you're vaping a concentrate where you heat up your device, whether it is a crystal or titanium nail or ceramic nail, or whether it is some other device like a bucket. I have one with a bucket, and so could be you're just doing that, but you're still heating it up really hot and then putting the concentrate in so it melts and then inhaling the hot vapor into your lungs. That tends to cause increased mucus production. So I should have, after doing that, because I just smoked bud this morning, I should have spent 5 or 10 minutes talking to get my throat cleared up. And the fact that my shirt is just not hanging symmetrically is going to drive me crazy today. I like symmetry, and when it's off symmetrical, it just drives me nuts. This, of course, is my knockoff t-shirt, great big old leaf, but then, Herbalife, stupid knockoff t-shirt just so that they could put a big pot leaf on it, but I wanted it because of the big pot leaf, so I wear this around when I go walkies downtown, because it's legal recreationally and medicinally, and since I'm a medicinal user, oy vey. So last night, I did not go all the way to Walmart. I just walked around town and then came back. So at least I went walkies, but it was around 10 o'clock when I left. So it was 11 o'clock-ish, close to 11:30-ish maybe, when I got back in. So it wasn't long after I got back before I just closed up shop and went to bed. So that at least is good. I still don't stay up late. I mean, I could if I wanted, but I just have no desires. Once it gets up like 10 o'clock at night, 11, I'm not staying up because I'm doing anything. I'm just staying up to not be asleep. And that's not a nice feeling. Staying awake just so that you're not asleep. Not because you're enjoying yourself, not because you're having fun, but being awake just so that you're not asleep. It's a horrible feeling. I mean, it's not horrible that you're going... I wouldn't be surprised if you had stopped watching by this time, because of the fact I'm having to clear my throat so much. I am so intensely sorry. But... oh, great. There we go. This could be the cannabis. It could be the fibromyalgia. It could be the fact that I have only been up and out of bed for 1 hour. But what I was talking about is gone. I wish I could remember what I was talking about yesterday, too. Because I was, while editing and going, oh, there's my train of thought. I'm doing this, and there's schlook. Boy, I wish I could have remembered, because train of thought going, just missing. And now I wish I could remember what that was. I was going to talk about what that was, and then, but, to surprise everyone, 24 hours later, talk about what I've been talking about before. But since I'm just irritating myself, gosh darn it, with my throat and my voice, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. My mind is lost, trapped in the irritation of my t-shirt, not sitting correctly. And I'm going to continue my habit now of talking about my stories so that if I don't ever write them, at least you know that they were there instead of vanishing inside of my dying brain. So on this one, of course, there's a god of light and a god of dark. Now, they are gods in that they're beings of amazing power, but even they don't know their origins. They are two siblings that came into existence when enough gravity came together to form the beginning of the protostar of this one planetary system. And they were together, watching and being together as the star formed, and then a planet formed. And as the planet formed, they started moving through space. And as the very first life appeared on the planet, they landed on the planet. There was one of light and one of dark. One who had an intense, too strong connection to light. If it had not been able to give up some of that light, all that light would have destroyed it. The other, zero connection to the light, was dying. The other sibling gave up half of its light to the other. And so they spent those billions of years together. When they touched down on the planet, the one with the connection to the light turned to the other and said, "My sibling, I must take my light and give it to the planet. I am so very sorry. This is what must happen." And the other just said, "It has been good to be alive, my sibling. I understand what must happen. I prepare for death." But it was like, "No, you mistake me. Even though I must give half my light to the world, partake of the light as you find it, for you too deserve to live." And so, the God of Dark is given carte blanche by the God of Light, to eat of the creatures of light, to live. All creatures live on others to live. And it is not evil to have to do so. And the creature, the God of Dark, is not an evil thing. In fact, you can petition as a species or an individual to be taken under the umbrella of the protection of Hraresh, the God of Darkness, or Graresh, the God of Light. But if you come to Hraresh, the God of Darkness, you can be changed. You will be judged. But Hraresh needs to eat too. So if you come up failing, you are devoured. But the one thing that the God of Darkness looks for is you must have the capacity for love in your heart. Without that, you are lost. And if you have that within you, then you are taken, accepted, and changed. Now, changing you makes you into a creature of darkness, and you just feed on the light to live. You're not evil. You may be perceived as evil, like werewolves, vampires, and all that, but you're just of a different type. And all creatures feed on others to live. And in this world, as in the world of the story, I am so sorry, there is more light in one human life than there is in 50 other types of animals. So a creature of darkness would have to kill 50 other animals per night to live, or just take one human life when necessary. In the main character of this story, there's a husband and wife. She's lived for the past 20 some odd years knowing that once a month her husband goes out and kills someone to live. But she has seen what it does to him. It almost kills him to have to do this. It tears him apart. And so she has had no fear for her own safety. She has had pity and sadness for those that have died, but it was never out of malice. In fact, he tried to get those who would not live much longer. Finally, she's able to confront him. She finds out what's going on. The God of Darkness is trying something new to mix remembering and feeling with becoming dark. and he is one of the vanguard of the new. So it hurts him so badly to have to do this. But to feel and have that capacity is the experiment. So when she finds out about all this, finds out the actual backstory, as much as he knows, as much as going on, she too, because of her love and understanding, wants to petition to become a being of darkness so that she too can live with her husband. And the story ends with her crying at the loss of life, at the person that she has murdered. And her husband coming up and saying, I know it hurts, and this is why I love you. Hopefully it's good. I mean, again, I don't have the gravitas, which just means, the weight, the heaviness. I don't have the power to pull these off, but I've got the ideas, so thumbs up. And I've opened up 24... What? That's the wrong gesture. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, just not good at that. It's a range of 20 to 25 because of my forgetting stuff with my depression and fibromyalgia. And even though I count in American Sign Language, I still forget. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. I'm going to read them all, as many as I can, later. Thumbs up as many as I can. Answer as many as I can. But for right now, just thanking you for having left a comment. A very good thing. So now we have Justin EZYRO. Thank you very, very much. And Evolves, greatly appreciated. 365 days, thumbs up and thank you. XXIJAAZXX, thumbs up and thank you. A7 De La Cruz, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kids Cat, thumbs up and thank you. Tetsuya, greatly appreciated. Kobe Breazile, BREAZEALE. I can't pronounce that, I'm very sorry, but thank you very, very much. And Son of a Gun, Cynic Placebo, greatly appreciated. And Batman, big fan, thumbs up. Kolork, KOHLORC, thumbs up and thank you. Confused Owl 29, rarely. One should rarely revel in and bathe in the blood of the innocent. And Frank ASMR, thumbs up and thank you. We have Dan Osborne, greatly appreciated. Tom Haynes, thumbs up. Pandemonium the Boss Gamer, greatly appreciated. Dallin Larson, thumbs up. T3X Champion, greatly appreciated. Saihan Plays, thumbs up and thank you. Batman the Redeemer, is that the second one? I don't know. Thank you very much. And Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Germon Lingas. I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. A Lemon Pie 407. Panda, greatly appreciated. Last but not least, Adrian Bryan. Thumbs up and thank you, each and every one of you. Ow! It is greatly appreciated to get me out of my head and into the world. And hey, with my hands in this position, if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to. I mean, I would understand if you did not wish to. But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time, which is a very good thing, and hopefully a very, very long time from now, and not just a few hours, a few days, or a few weeks from now. That would suck. Not that we would know, because after the end of time, I mean, we're all dead. Anyway, though, I've got this video, I've got another video, I got another video, so that's all cool. So, son of a gun. I gotta stay busy. I got a lot of stuff to do. I've got a lot of stuff to do. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And if you're one of those people that happens to stick around and watch until the very end, I don't know, there might be one or two of you, we're going to have a special note right